Let's talk about formal photos following the ceremony. I have some pet peeves for brides. I've been shooting for a long time, and I understand that you have printed some shot list off of freaking Pinterest with at least 65 combinations of photos that you want after the ceremony is done. But heaven forbid, you don't want to see him prior to the wedding. So if you're not going to see him, you've got to do the pictures afterwards, right? Well, I don't really give a shit if you want to see him before or after. Seriously, I don't. And the reason I say that is it's not my wedding. I don't care. I could care less if you guys want to have a first look or not. It's up to you guys. It is not my wedding. It is not my day. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. And I'm not going to force my agenda or my issue. I know a lot of photographers who are kind of jerks about it and say, well, blah, 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 you got to do this and do that. No. Hell no. It's not my wedding. You do what you want to do. Now, you're going to give me a list with 65 formal portraits. You're going to have to give me at least 65 minutes or more. Honestly, more. Because those combinations can take anywhere from 1 minute to 5 minutes per grouping. It depends on the group. Depends on how many people. It takes time for people to walk up to the front of the church, get into position, and then it takes time for me to get all their eyeballs to look at me because there's 50 people behind me with their freaking cell phones. They're all back there trying to take pictures, and there's eyeballs every which way. So this is why I say 1 minute to 5 minutes, because there's so many distractions. And then you've got somebody who's walked off and gone to the damn bathroom or to their car or left. So now the bride is freaking out because, well, so-and-so is not there for the freaking picture and they're important and they need to be in it. And they left. Or we can't find them. So then we're all sitting around. They're like, oh, well, he went to the bathroom. We're like, okay. Well, here we have right now, maybe 40 people in position waiting at the front. I'm waiting to take the picture, and it's like some uncle, some really important uncle, and he's not in the picture. And everybody's like, well, he went to the bathroom. Okay, he's in the bathroom. We have about 40 people all in position. I don't want to put those people back into position. We are looking good as a group up front, and the uncle is missing. Holy shit. Really? So then we're waiting, and waiting, and waiting. Holy shit, he must be taking a shit in the damn bathroom because he is taking forever. Then he finally comes out and freaking everybody's posed and in position. We're all waiting on him. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And we're like, oh, I just made an announcement before the photos. Everyone, please stay so that you can hear what we're saying. We're trying to get this done quickly. I want to be in and out in less than 30 minutes. But a lot of times it doesn't happen because brides give me a list of 65 photos the day of the wedding. Even though we discussed it prior to the wedding. We discussed the portraits that are going to be taken so they can be done in 30 minutes or less. I don't know. I still call it wedding brain. Wedding brain. All of a sudden they've got to give their list. Somebody in the family convinced them. To convince them that you got to give them this list of 65 photos, 100 photos. And I'm sitting there like, you're kidding me, right? Because we just had a Catholic wedding and mass happens in about 20 minutes. And you have 65 portrait combinations. How would you like to go about doing this? You got to take into account that people got to walk to the front of the church, get into position. I got to make sure that they're looking at me, and then they disperse. But usually they're like, blah, 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 and they're talking. And I'm like, no, you guys got to, seriously, got to get out of the way because we got to get the next portrait going. And then they're like, oh, your photographer's such a bitch. She's so mean, blah, blah, blah. She's pushing us around. Well, I'm pushing you around because we got to get in and out. The church lady back there is about to freaking eat my head off. She's like ready to kill me. You can't give me a list on the day of the wedding. It just doesn't work that way. Usually I try to keep my combinations at about 10 to 12 combinations. So that way we can get in and out. People don't want to stand around and have freaking pictures done for an hour, 2 hours. You want to keep your wedding guests waiting? This is a wedding. A wedding celebration. This is not a freaking photo shoot. If you want to do a photo shoot, then you need to hire me and have all your family come, and then we spend 2 to 3 hours doing every combination under the sun. But this is a wedding. If you want to do like, I don't know, 50 different combinations, we can do that at the reception, but why do we have to do that after the freaking wedding when people are waiting? They are waiting for you. Why are you trying to hold everything up? It makes me freaking crazy. And then let's talk about this damn shot list. I'm sitting here looking at it, and sometimes they hand me stuff the day of the wedding, and it says they want a picture of the cake before it's cut. For reals? You really have to tell me to take a picture of the cake before you cut it? I don't know. I wish they would just ban all of these damn shot lists online. Like, I just want to say, okay, exchange of vows, exchange of rings, the kiss, the newlyweds returning down the aisle. I mean, what do you think a wedding is? What do you think I'm photographing? The freaking floor? The ceiling? I mean, what do you think I'm photographing? Did you have to give me a list to remind me to take a picture of the freaking cake before it's cut? I mean, what do you think I'm there for? I don't get it.